leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, what it do? Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and Game, A-Side official. No negotiations needed, period. You already know WCS back in the building. Hold on. So what it do, people? Salute to y'all. Unfortunately, I had to, fortunately, I had to do a little sanitation cleanup this morning, this afternoon, as I say. You know what I'm saying? For those of you that may be unaware of who's in the thumbnail, you about to get some clarification real quick. All right? So you know how the social media network goes. You know the web of deception and lies that goes on social media. You know that, right? See, one thing about WCS, I let a lot of shit slide. People saying I was creating fake beefs, right? Which wasn't the case. Anybody who followed me long enough to know that those people who I did headstones on all deserved it. They all did. I can go one by one and tell you I was in defense of what was what. I never created one fake beef on this YouTube shit. That's why I don't do beefs all the time. I don't do reactions, nor do I create a headstone for everybody. People may try to say that because they just want to go tell and make it seem like, oh, WCS is always having problems with people. That's not the case. That's not the case. You rarely hear me talking about super chats. You rarely hear me talking about anything that deals with those who in the chat need to support this. You never hear me barking about who I want to do this, that, and the other. They leave a super chat, they leave a super chat. I'll volunteer to come on here and do this social media shit. This is not my real estate, nor do I have stock in the game. Nor do I care about numbers, but it's crazy how you have human beings that's grown enough to understand that this ain't it. This is not something you should be placing all in. You're dropping all in on your life to be a content creator, because it comes with the pluses and minuses. A platform that consists of a lot of obstacles that you're going to have to experience. You're going to have to experience people that don't support you and those who do. So the reason why I put this clown up on my thumbnail, because once upon a time, I don't know him very well, but I consider him to be a good guy. But there are boundaries. There are parameters when it comes to respect. There's absolute boundaries that we should abide by if we as men give somebody our word. Now, you probably heard him, you know what I'm saying, on the Boxing Voice and Coach Malachi at the time. This guy right here, the one to the right, he was yelling and screaming how he had a problem with Coach Malachi. You know, Coach Malachi has his platform and he talks his shit the way he talks his shit. Had nothing to do with me when dealing with this situation. But every time he was on the Boxing Voice, he hate coach and all that. But yet, at one point in time, he was talking about how he was being helped out. Coach was helping him out and said he was do this, that, and the other. Okay, cool. And then he's on the Boxing Voice trying to scream and yell at anybody who will listen that he's going to get in shape to box somebody who had a problem with. That's the wild part about social media. Some of these guys want to get off social media and go to the ring, and it's just not that easy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't get in there like Norman Sr. 14 years out the game and then come in there and look like he pretty much ain't missed a step. Everybody can't do that shit, especially the content creators. Now, I wouldn't have a problem with this dude just based off boxing content. But on Spaces, you know, over there in X, it can get a little bit fuzzy when it comes to certain things that you don't expect to happen, right? We had this dude that's a co-host on this Spaces, dude racist as shit, be promoting goddamn animated media agitprop depicting black fighters in a bad way. Even Carissa Shields, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Always promoting the same rotation. And this idiot supports it. I called him out on it the other day. It was turned into a whole day of people responding and voicing how they feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Words of concern was you know, on the thread. And it wasn't my freaking chat thread. It was D-Block's chat thread. And I was like, this dude is always making, you know, jokes about at the expense of black people and all that, but you have him as a co-host. This dude has dropped the N-word on D-Block's freaking platform, and he tried to sit up here and say, oh, I never heard him say it. Even when he said, I say, oh, we dropping the N-word now? Just because somebody else called him that, he dropped the ER, and then gonna try to say, if somebody say you said the N-word, right, with a hard on the end, you would say I didn't say it. But he say, oh, D-Block, you didn't hear me say that, did you? Instead of just flat out saying, no, I didn't say that, you're lying. It's been it was a lot of information that was disseminated in these threads that I found offensive, and other people found offensive. I felt the need to speak up on it, but to condone it, that wasn't even the main problem, because I was rocking with D-Block for a minute. No, that wasn't even the main problem, bro. That wasn't even the main problem. My problem was he has these mottos and how he banters, well, for the people, by the people, for the people, for the hardcores, by hardcores, and all this other shit. I just seen a thumbnail where Tank Davis is one of his favorite fighters, and he had him tattooed on his body, and people was making light of that, right? Now that's another thing I don't get into, because it has nothing to do with me. If you want to tat another boxer's name on your body, that's you. I'm a Tank fan myself. I have no tats of Tank on my body. Okay, but what I did have in common with, hold on for a second. But what I did have in common with him is the fact that he, when I was on the space, was talking about David Benavidez is going to get his ass whooped, and Morrell was going to knock him out. And I was telling him, I would say he don't have the experience for that. It's not going to happen. He's going to lose. And him being a Benavidez hater, a very animated Benavidez hater, stepped in and betted me $100. I presented the bet. I said, I bet you $100. He was saying that Morrell was going to knock him out in the 9th round. I said, I'm betting on the knockout that he don't get knocked out. Benavidez is going to win and he isn't going to get knocked out. We got to bet. Yeah, we got to bet. And I reminded him, I said, what round again? He said, 9th round. It was on lock. It was on the spaces, right? This dude loses the bet, obviously, and reneges on the freaking payment. This is what he had to say. Now, of course, when men who are very easily willing to put on that mask, you know what I'm saying? Where they used to hide now in the shadows, but when they come out into the light, they have a mask on that says, yes, if it comes down to it, I will lie. I will deny it. I will take the cowardly way out and don't own up to my fucking bets. Just like when I bet at A1 Hoop Zone, EBT, he's the one vouch for this dude. I know it's ETB. He the one vouch for him. Oh, he pay his debts. He pay his debts. We bet $1,000 on Errol Spence and Crawford. A nigga didn't pay either. I put in the comment, hey, ETB, your boy lost the bet. Are you going to hold him accountable? Nothing. So I would advise you all to be very aware of who you bet on here. Because they'll come over here when I bet somebody, and then they say, hey, so-and-so, hey, you need to pay your debt. Ain't nobody really had to come. You know, some cats freaking name is different than what they shit is. I've never not owed anybody. I mean, not paid anybody for anything. But when it came to D-Block, you made the bet, brother. And D-Block came up there. I don't know who he thought I was or who he believed I am. But dude told me, I don't owe you shit. That's D-Block right there with laughing emojis. This is the guy who always talking about he loved people. He loved people. When you get somebody like him that's always saying who he loved and all that other shit, don't believe it. Because you can't love everybody like that. You can like them, but in order for you to love a stranger, that means something's seriously going on with you psychologically. You don't love people right from the jump, especially when they just talking boxing talk and they ain't saying anything or doing anything that's considered to be special. But I'm going to tell you, D-Block, I'm disappointed in you, bro, because you took a person's kindness for whatever you chose for it to be. You showed that you're a scoundrel for real because you refused to pay a measly $100 of the money that you owe, but yet you got a Tank Davis tattoo on your motherfucking hand and told the people, I lost a bet with the Ryan Garcia fight. So you can go get your shit inked, but you can't pay $100? You lost $100 freaking dollars and you refuse to pay a bet? I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, WCS, why? It's just a measly. Yeah, if it's a measly $100, tell them to pay it. Tell them to stop co-signing racist ass motherfuckers on this panel. Stop going around here being a fraud and a phony and selling yourself out here to the social media to people who you're trying to be like. It's a lot of niggas he look up to on this social media shit that he's trying to be like to get his shit off the ground. Don't come to WCS thinking that the same applies to me. I'm not going out here trying to be some infamous, famous, YouTube channel. Come on, bro. It's amazing how people even take this serious. Like the quality of your relevance in your real life depends on YouTube. People will say, oh man, let me check his followers. That is crazy. Without knowing anything about you personally and what you got going on, it's crazy. Like I was lacing up boots before some of these cats was even born yet. Some of these cats still haven't got it right, but integrity, honesty goes a long fucking way, bro. And you are a fucking clown for pretending to be a good dude, but you all about stabbing people in the back, bro. You all about, and see, one thing I would advise to these cats on the YTC, I usually let shit slide first, before I really consider it to be something important. I'll let it slide and see if it's going to be a reoccurring theme, right? But be careful about dudes like this that would, once they don't get their way, they go behind the scenes and talk shit about you and make up lies on you. You got to be very careful on believing everybody. You have a lot of dudes that talk a lot. They go behind the scenes and shit and talk shit about you when things don't go their way. They'll go up here and say, WCS, you don't know shit about me except what you done heard on social media or something. But you owe me fucking money is something that you're supposed to have within your integrity. Not to mention, that's only a layer of how dishonest you are, how much of a scumbag you willing to be. But not even paying $100 freaking dollars and say, oh, I don't owe you shit. After somebody's up there supporting and supporting your freaking spaces and all that, you know, showing you respect, but you come off as being a scoundrel. You come off as being a freeloader. You trying to be like them dudes, Ray Jackson. You talk shit about brunch boxing, but you trying to be like him. Dude is mad knowledgeable. Yeah, you act like you got a problem with him, but you always have him on the show. Why? Because he's going to provide you some education. If I got any words for brunch boxing, man, hey, he freeloading the shit off your thought process. Whatever reservoir intelligence that you got when it comes to boxing, he's trying to soak all that shit in. He's trying to become internet famous. And there's enough examples out there for people to understand that's just not the way it's going to be. That's just not something that is solidified as being solid. You know what I'm saying? Something's being concrete, something that's durable, long lasting, something's going to blossom into a creation that you can call your own. There's plenty of people out here that's trying. But look, when you up here gossiping and dogging out fighters all the time, that's not going to grow your shit, bro. All the ass kissing is not going to grow your shit. You can sit up here and talk about WCS all you want. But what I am right about is that you didn't pay your freaking debt. You busy mad at coach for doing whatever. Has nothing to do with me. But the whole point is you're believing that that's going to take you to a whole nother level. You're trying to get the viewers he got. Why are you trying so hard to grow your channel off the payload and hard work of somebody else? Be creative. Do your own research. Pay your fucking debts. Stop treating people like they shit. Stop sitting up here throwing people to the side just because you feel like everybody's supposed to agree with you on everything. Telling everybody, you know, we love you, we love you, we love you. You don't love them. That's not natural. To love strangers. That's not natural. Don't have nothing to do with the Bible. But why don't you love being a person that sets the example? Why don't you love being a genuine, honest person and pay your MF and debts? Don't say it's a small amount or you must need the money. No, you made the bet for that amount of money. That's what you made the bet. And when you lost the bet, you should have fucking paid, period. Don't get behind here crying and whining. I don't want to hear that shit. Tomorrow, oh man, I got it in with that. No, you don't. No, you don't, bro. You're dead ass wrong by not paying your debts, and you're sitting up here co-signing people with racist views, and you're a Mexican with a token black wife. So if it's not a thin line that you live by, understanding that your family is blended into the black culture and the black race, but yet you rather stand juxtaposed to somebody who's criticizing black men, criticizing the black race. You rather stand there and say, oh, we're friends, we talk all the time, because you're not black. You may not experience it. You may be ignoring it. That, to me, tells a lot about how short your reach is when it comes to racial sensitivity, understanding. Are you ethically accountable? Do you hold yourself ethically accountable? Do you? What type of core values or morality did you live off of? Where is it? You can't pay $100 fucking, but you gonna say you don't owe me shit, nigga? You a phony. You a fake and you a phony. You always have it in with people. Have it in with me and pay me my money. Stop making bets and don't pay up. You willing to get a tattoo? Who was that? Who did you make that bet with? Were they a Mexican or were they black? You coming off to me like you want to live off the whole entire bubble of the black culture. But deep down inside, you feel a different way. When you complain, and it's public record, when you complain out to the general public that your wife don't support you, then what you supposed to do? That's public record. You can't get mad at me for bringing it up if you don't put it out there. You're going to lose a whole freaking crowd of people who really fuck with you based off who you're willing to always, you want to kiss the ass of everybody. You want everybody to come in. Oh, I'm trying to grow. So I'm going to tell everybody, even the ones, I'm going to try everybody. I love them, love them, love them. You don't love them. You just like them for that moment, and you're blanketing it with love. You're just basically dressing it up with a kind alternative, you know what I'm saying, to put their mind at ease. But in reality, you don't really mean that shit. You don't really mean it. When people hear, I love you all across the board, the people you don't even freaking know and all this other shit, all you're trying to do is thinking, oh, I can put on this freaking facade of people coming in through the door. As long as they get here and spread the word, that's all I want. I want to talk about how many impressions I got and all that. Who cares? WCS cares about you taking care of your and being honorable as a man. I don't care what race you are. As a man, you want to honor $100 freaking that you betted. You a coward, D Block. You a fucking coward. A nigga cool and nice to you, but you a coward, bro. You a fucking coward. It ain't nothing short of that. You a fucking coward. You can't even pay a measly freaking $100. You a coward, man. That's what you are. You want to make a fucking bet for Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, who's supposed to be your favorite fighter, and lose. And then you go for Morrell against Benavidez, who you hate on all the time, and you fucking lose, and you don't pay a motherfucking bet of a measly $100. You don't owe me shit all of a sudden, but you always complain about everybody else. What kind of man is you, bro? Huh? What type of core values, what kind of morals you live off of, bro? Who taught you up in life? I'm just curious. Who taught you that shit? Who thought that it would be cool for you to make a bet with me and then don't pay me? And then try to take it out and make it seem like it's something else. Oh, I didn't bet. Yeah. The people who was on the freaking spaces know you betted me. And they're gonna know that you reneged on that shit too. And they're gonna hear me voice my displeasure from you making a bet that you're unwilling to make whole. I don't have to sit on here and call somebody a bitch and all this other shit. I don't have to do that. I just tell you straight up, you're not a good person, bro. You come off as you nice and all that, but your behavior is concerning. You want to come in with all calm, peaceful words? No, bro. Phonies get exposed easily because they do it to themselves. Shout out to Captain Chaos in the building. That's a fact. He don't start it, but damn, how much fun it is when they mess with Combat. Get the popcorn and enjoy the beat down. Combat is undefeated. Hey, appreciate the $5 super chat. Captain Chaos in the building. What's good with it, Ed? How you feeling, bro? 402 stand up. Shout out Just a God. Thanks for the super chat, my brother. One love to you. I just jumped in and you already cook. I definitely got to watch the playback. This is not really a cook session. I'm just making people aware that this is people going from platform to platform trying to grow their shit. Why don't you be the farmer that you are and grow? You know what I'm saying? Sow your own shit. Cultivate it the way you want to cultivate it, but not off the goddamn advice and hard work of others. You want to act like everybody it's nasty work for you when other people call you out like it's their fault. I gave you ample amount of time to acknowledge. Oh, did I tell you? Damn, yeah, we did talk on the phone one time and this, that, and the other. But man, I'm not going through that phone shit, bro. What's right is right. When I put my Cash App out there, you should have paid me my motherfucking money. Don't make bets that you cannot pay. That's all I'm saying. NYT on deck. Hey, just because you niggas go on other people's platform and yell and scream, that's not going to get anything. I mean, that's not going to do anything. Just yelling and screaming for no apparent reason when you're dead wrong. You're mad because another content creator is treating you like you treat others. That's all. Do unto others as you believe others would do unto you. That should be the quote. I mean, I'm saying to myself, $100 and you can't pay up. You gonna say you don't owe me shit? And the nigga didn't even do, I ain't do anything to this dude. Nothing. Gave him mad respect. Whatever, supported his damn channel, but at the end of the day, man, you can't put all them, no expectations, no disappointment. It's not like I went in there with huge expectations. And then when it came down to betting, when somebody has to really show who they are, if they lose, are you going to be honorable and pay up? Or are you going to be quite the opposite and run away and tell me, oh, I ain't got to pay you nothing? Man, you're not going to go far with that. It don't matter how much ass you kiss. It doesn't matter how much you pucker up throughout the day. It don't matter how many hours that you put in practicing the suction. It's not going to get you any further. It doesn't matter how sore your tonsils. It's not going to get you anywhere. Because deep down inside, you're a scumbag. You're a scoundrel ass type of person. Can't be trusted. Want to live off the hard work and commitment of others. And want to make it seem like it's all you. I've never built my channel off the strength of others. I didn't build it off no other group. I ain't build it off it doesn't matter if people are still talking about, how big it should. It don't matter. Because if I was to have 100,000, would it be more people over here on the consistency? Have I not, demonstrated how many hours you put in versus how much you actually get? Man, come on. It's a huge disparity in that. Huge disparity. Listen, don't have anything to do with shaking hands. Come on, bro. It's I'm trying my best, to keep it light. It's people make verbal bets all the time, and you talking about shaking hands on social media. Man, I wonder about you, man. I wonder about you. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you, so I really can't, turn the switch over, bro. Because, it's a level of respect of uncertainty because I don't know who you are. But to say that somebody online shake hands is stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's no other word. That's a foolish comment to make. Nothing personal because I don't know you personally. But it's a stupid comment, bro. You need to put more thought process into what you're talking about. If we made a bet online, how the hell we shake hands? And how does it not become official just because people make bets on here all the time? So it's the honorable thing to do. If you make a bet, you pay up. What is this handshake stuff? Everybody don't shake each other's hand. Who said that was sealing the bet? An agreement from both parties. An agreement from both parties. That's all you need. That's what it is. An agreement. We both agree to the bet. Who says you got to reach out and go palm to palm to somebody and shake hands? That seems like a simulation to me, right? There's plenty of people every day in life that closes down contracts and seal deals based off verbal agreements. Business goes on every day with verbal agreements. Everybody's not in a physical location. If everybody just did business locally where they at, it'll be a lot of broke businesses. But it's no disrespect to you, bro. I'm not here to teach you something you should already know. If you've been around, from my understanding, just a guesstimate, and you don't know, then it's not for me to explain to you. All I would say is there's several search engines out there for you to basically submit inquiries to try to do your own research to find out how and why people make bets all the time from afar. Remote bets are made all the time. So you need to do a lot of homework, bro. And that's all I got to say on that. Shout out to Trick Noty in the building. Oracle on deck. What's good? Bruce Gas. Boxing Jazz and more the OG on deck. What it do, Bruce? What's going on, Perez? It's funny how certain people can make a bet on here and it's verbal, right? But yet you say you should post the agreement. It was on Spaces. You was there. You might not have been paying attention, but you was there. It's on the Spaces, bro. You was there. Why? Look, what happens if I post a recording? What happens then? Don't you want somebody to do it naturally? It's not like he don't know. Look. This is a perfect example. This is you, Perez, and I don't have nothing with Perez, you know. But when somebody say, "I don't owe you shit," ain't come on, man. Is that? Come on, let's go to Latin. Let's just go off the phonetic characters that form a sentence, right? If I'm accusing you of a bet, am I going to respond, "I don't owe you shit," or "We never made a bet"? That consummates everything that y'all asking me in the chat. Or am I going to say, "We never made a bet," or if you really owe me, you're going to say, "Oh, I don't owe you shit"? Tell me. I'm all about common sense sometimes. And once again, no disrespect to nobody in the chat, because this is a topic. They are talking about topics, right? But at the point of someone walking away from something that was a verbal agreement, let's not play like we just learning our ABCs here. Let's not play like we've been locked somewhere in a closet, knee deep in a basement of a 25-story building that's in the desert with no Wi-Fi. Let's not stop that. And all of a sudden, a special forces team rescued you, and now you all of a sudden you being reinserted into society, and they're here to try to get you. Come on, bro. This is not a sci-fi movie. Man, come on, bro. What are y'all talking about? Do you have the biometrics and did you what the Siri? Is it anything that Siri understands, or I mean, how can we validate this? Man, come on, bro. Come on, that's D-Block got that tattoo. He can get a tattoo of supposed his favorite fighter, Tank Davis, from losing the bet with him and Ryan. But he can't pay me $100. You can't pay me $100. You're fake. No, Perez, you good. I know exactly who you are, man. We good, bro. I'm just saying, this your first time over here. You don't come over here like that. But this is the way I am on anywhere. When I'm over there, I'm chilling. We talking about some boxing shit. But to say that, okay, I need some validation. That's your validation right there. If somebody don't owe you shit, they say what? We never made a bet, right? Right? They're not going to say I don't owe you nothing. That's confirming we had a bet. And he don't want to pay up. When I treat this dude like he was cool, man. You know, thought he was a good dude, but really he a dirtbag. Point blank, you're a dirtbag. You can't pay a measly $100. Don't bet people then. And especially don't bet them to get a tattoo on your hand. And I don't believe that. I believe you got that under your own accord. That was you and solely you. I don't believe anybody. What was the bet? Why you didn't tell them, man? I ain't getting that shit tatted on my body, man. I'm married. I ain't getting another man. Tank David want that, man, please. Not if I touch my girl with both of my hands, man, and all that. No, hell no, bro. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. If that is indeed him. I don't believe that. Shout out to Gumbo, man. I see you in the house, brother. What's good? Man, you know how much I put that out there? I said, man, you owe a bet. I put that in the thread, and I said it on the spaces. When we made the bet, we had like maybe 4 or 5 exchanges. And I said, we good on that bet before the fight. Before Morrell and Bennett, we good on the bet. We good on the bet, right? You say, hey, look, go back. I said, you said you're stopping 8 rounds, right? He said, no, 9. It's a reason. It's a reason I said 8. Because I wanted him to give me clarification. And he said, no, 9th round. Morrell's going to knock him out. Okay, the bet was on not the win, but the bet was Davis not going to get knocked out in 9 rounds. That was the bet. I guarantee you, if I would have lost that freaking bet, he would have been up here on it so everybody can hear tomorrow. WCS don't want to damn pay up his bet. But he going to go around telling everybody, oh, did you hear what Scotty said to me? You know, oh, man, I thought he was a good guy. No, get out of here. Dirtbag is going to be dirtbags, man. Do not come with me pretending like you understand what, as an adult, what you did. You made a bet with another adult. It don't need to be a freaking handshake. It don't need to be any of that shit. All it is agreement. And for somebody who know they have a bet, they wouldn't say, I don't owe you shit. They're going to say, we never made no bet. What you talking about? But he said, I don't owe you shit with laughing emojis. That just goes to show you right there, man. If you can't read through that, if that's not clear and plain, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Been paid, but same time, I just felt you two could have figured it out probably before all this public stuff. I don't know. I'm just observing. Hey, I feel you on that. Yeah. I look. You know what, Perez? From a sensible standpoint, I get it. But I shouldn't have to do role reversals and put you in my situation and me in his situation. If I made a bet with you, it doesn't have to be anything else except an agreement. It's made all the time by people on here. It's made all the time. But I'm glad you said publicly, because I was on them threads. He never mentioned it. I was on his live after he sent me this shit right here to my I don't owe you shit. I said, hey, why don't you pay me the bet? So that's why I screenshot it. I say, bro, you gonna pay me my money? I sent him the Cash App. And he sent it back saying, I don't owe you shit, laughing emojis. Does that sound like somebody who didn't make a bet? Come on, man. Does that sound like I'm making this shit up? No, it doesn't. Somebody's hands ashy. Gumbo trolling, man. Hey, man, that's you ask that dude D Block over there, man. You know what I'm saying? Ask him, bro. The best ever. What's good? The best ever. I seen type of behavior when Bud destroyed Spence. People made bets, then pay up. I agree. Don't bet if you gonna honor it. If you're not gonna honor it, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You know, being the same way. Ben owe me 500, then pay up. He owes freaking Apostles, Gooch, and Cam they money, then pay up. Then the white over there, oh, big money. He was up there making big backs, 500,000. Spence lost, that nigga disappeared. And what's fucked up, you'll see a dude, you'll see one of these people over here love talking boxing. Love. I mean, they love being in that community talking boxing, right? And then they have to separate themselves and go into seclusion because they made bets that they can't honor. It don't have anything to do with no freaking paperwork or a handshake. Mud disappeared. Hey, at the end of the day, don't put too much expectations on this online with betting just anybody, because not everybody's going to pay you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what Ray did. I don't know what Ray did. It's not about Ray. I don't know him like that. I don't know what bets he made. I'm not talking about everybody who didn't pay up. I'm talking about the ones who connected with me, that made an agreement with me. Pay up, bro. Pay up. Yeah, for sure, right? I'm just looking at the whole process of losing the belt. I mean, not losing the belt, but losing the bet. No, I haven't got it yet, bro. No, I haven't got it yet. I'll definitely let you know when it's here. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely let you know, Gumbo. I'll definitely let you know. I haven't got it yet. I will go out and check today or what have you. Be honest with you, I just want to come out here for a little tidbit. Take a couple of minutes off the clock. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's fucked up when you show people respect and then they don't return the same to you. But what they will do is go ahead and lie and say the bet was never made, but clearly his response say he did make the bet. Clearly, if somebody is unaware of what you're talking about, they're going to say, man, what are you talking about? This is what he sent me. That's the whole thing. I said, hey, you going to pay your debt? He said, I don't owe you shit. Laughing emojis. What the laughing emojis for? He's a dirtbag. That's all. He want to run away from his freaking, his doing an honorable thing, holding himself accountable, because I guess he thought, you know, it was okay to do that. You know, he look, if he would have been on the winning side, time I would have came back over to the spaces, he would have been like, hey man, you got the money, we bet it. Ninth round, we bet it. I won, pay up. Oh, WCS. Yeah, it's different now. It's different when you lose and you want to back out of a deal with a good person. If I have any type of disclaimer to put out there to anybody that's betting D Block, don't do it. Maybe if you're non-black, you might get your money. I don't know. But if you're making a bet with him, don't do it, bro. Because he ain't paying up. He ain't paying up. He can lose for a tattoo, but you lose for $100. And what? I can't get my moolah? I can't get my mucho dinero? You just gonna run out on me? That's not nice. That's not nice at all, bro. But man, I'm not gonna put too much down time and effort. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on, saying I need some jerkins. BG on deck. What it do, man? The white owe me $500. He owe me $500 too, man. Man, the white he gave up something that he enjoyed doing. This mug went in isolation. He probably on other channels, man, on a different name, disguising his voice. But you know, he that's something he enjoyed doing. You know what I'm saying? And he sacrificed it all. But I think he was about to get rich. He had so many plans. He was there telling motherfuckers in the street, man, man, bro, when Spence win, do you know how I'm about to come up? Man, real talk, I got like $6,000 worth of bets out there, bro. I'm about to come up big time, man. I'm gonna take you out to eat too. I'm gonna buy you some new court and them Jordans that you want. Yeah, I'm gonna be loaded, bro. Six grand worth of bets. Hey, BG, I remember when he was making those bets. I was like, how this dude that's always in the dark, how you gonna pay all these bets, man? You betting people a nickel here, nickel there, nickel there. I'm like, what? That's $3 grand already. 1,000 here. God damn, dog. You know, the truth be told, I think the white owed me a G. I think I betted him a stack. With Spencer Crawford, being he was a straight up hater, I betted him 1,000. I think. You made a bet on the 9th round. You definitely should have went to the casino and got plus odds on that money. The hell were you thinking? Okay, so once again, you're from the outside looking in. How would I have went to the casino for anything if the bet wasn't there? I didn't place a bet with the casino. I placed it with a human being, not the casino. That's all I got to say on that. Casino is not the end all be all. And just so you won't ask me about another bet going to the casino, Georgia don't have online betting. Just to clear your head on that, just to wipe it clean, so you won't bring that to my attention at all before. GA does not permit online betting within the state. Okay? Now maybe, you know, you're going to ask me why I didn't drive up to Georgia, to Texas, and goddamn handshake, and then drive back in one day. I'm just putting that out there, man. Let me take you through the BOMAC. Thanks for asking that, bro. I want you to hear what BOMAC said to Two-Tone, who's over there. And shout out to the Boxing Voice. No issue here. I'm just doing a reaction, a slight reaction, okay, to what BOMAC said in response to Two-Tone, who was trying to be funny. You know, I rocks with Team Crawford hard. I've been in public with BOMAC. You know, BOMAC is very particular about who he deals with. It's just a boxing game, period. But I want you to listen to how Two-Tone was trying to take a jab at BOMAC about his weight, and he's a big dude too. And there's plenty of people on here, and BOMAC knows it, that have pretty much tried to talk about him eating Cheetos. Take a listen.
That's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it.
Johnny, you got anything before I go to the people's questions?
Yeah, Coach, congratulations on an excellent performance by Keyshawn. If you had
the Najee from Cigar Talk, shout out Najee, and Terrence Bud Crawford said he does an all time and he's on the speed of 100.
Do that, man. So just let him be great, and the X or what it was about.
Maldonado, let me see what he said.
Hold up.
Get up. Shout out to Keith.
Damn, how did it move?
Spence. So not yet. Nothing.
Cuban kid, Yoel.
To where every fighter we got to win.
I got Brandon that said
1 year he lose.
Yeah.
We need to start getting.
How many fights?
I'm back.
Great
bro.
question.
He want to go to 6. What he said?
Yeah, 3.
Two-Tone the Superstar?
Is that his name? Two-Tone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me, Two-Tone.
Yeah.
Please say the Superstar.
Two-Tone, where you live at, dog? Where you live at?
Phoenix.
Where I live at? I'm from Maryville.
Yeah.
Peace.
Tone like.
All right, we got H-Town. It says,
Hold on for a
how
second,
is
bro. Hold on for a second. Here we go. Here we go. My bad, y'all. It moved. Let me. What this is about is pretty much, and shout out to the boxing voice. The reason why I'm doing a reaction to this part was anybody who watch, I consider, Two Tone to be a guy who is not too fond of Bud, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? But he went back to the Cheeto comment, and it hasn't been any type of positive comments about BOMAC and the Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? So for somebody who it seemed like they're overweight, in my opinion, too. And BOMAC's a good guy, in my opinion, bro. I ain't never had no issue with BOMAC. But I like how he shut Two Tone down. Because you don't have to be a person that goes over the top and starts saying, bitch ass this and all this and yelling and screaming. He represents an entire company. So take a listen.
because you got the DoorDash.
I love Robert Garcia, man. That's my dog, man. That's my dog.
Do you have
We're the same. We're the fucking same, dog. We're the same. He got a stable full of killers. I got a stable full of killers. He got a stable full of coming uppers. I got a stable full of coming uppers. You know what I'm saying? And maybe 1 month he'll get a champion. Or maybe 1 year he'll get a champion. Maybe 1 year I get a champion. Maybe 1 year he'll lose a big fight. Maybe 1 year I lose a big fight. It's the same, dog. I respect that man to the utmost. I respect his whole family, dog. It started with his daddy. Remember, it started with his daddy.
Yeah.
I'm doing this shit from the mud, dog. Didn't nobody teach me shit. I had to learn this for myself, brother.
Yeah.
Coach.
It is.
So
pay attention. Good vibes, good energy. Was about to take a change. I like how the OG BOMAC goddamn just threw that goddamn cloud over that mother. Nope, you're not about to do anything at my expense. Look how he redirected traffic to the man himself, Ness. You the one that's in charge of this. So I'm gonna talk to you about the actions of someone that's on your panel. Let it be a lesson that you can handle things this way. Strict and direct.
This is like a question that everybody in my neck of the woods, the Twitter streets, wanted to know. You have a viral picture, classic picture with you and Keyshawn Davis and you in the back with the Cheeto. Bro, have you ever seen that talk? Have we tried to get a Cheeto endorsement? Because that's an iconic picture. I would literally put that up in the crib.
Iconic. You hear this shit, BOMAC? He said iconic. This guy.
Look at BOMAC face. BOMAC ain't playing. He heated. He say, hey, I'm very selective on who panels I go on.
Have you seen that?
This is why I really don't really fuck with motherfuckers and shit. Unless I fuck with you. Now I don't know your big guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know your big guy. This is the new guy that's been on the scene, right? I mean, he just started with you, right? I mean, he been there for like what, 6 months to a year, right?
Yeah, I mean, he been doing his thing.
Yeah. See, this is why, I'm gonna just leave it right there. I seen the picture. Now, why would you ask me some dumb shit like that?
No, because nobody.
No. Listen. I don't take too kindly of like that, making fun of all that old bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because it just don't sit well with me. So I tell you what, This is what we're gonna do, Ness.
Wait, make
This Ness. No, Ness. Ness. This is what we're gonna do. Hey, be quiet now. Be quiet.
Crazy look.
Now be quiet.
Now look how he handled this shit like a G now. He talking to Ness. Ness is the face of TBV, right? BOMAC redirects traffic to Ness and put down the gauntlet, put down the ultimatum. I thought it was very professional.
Be quiet now. See already you won't listen. Ness, I'm gonna take your questions, but we ain't taking no more of his questions, okay? Until I meet him. Now, if you're gonna stand by him, Ness, you're gonna stand by him. I understand that. And then the interview is over. Now I ain't taking no more.
He said, if you stand by, he said, hey, look, this is my arrangement right here, right now. No renegotiation. I'm telling you where we at with it. Where we at is that I didn't appreciate the jab he just took at me about some Cheetos and eating. I don't take kindly to this shit. That's why I'm very, very specific on what panels I go on. Now, this is how we're going to go, Bory. How we going to move forward. This is where it's going to happen, Ness. I'm going to take questions for you, and I'm not going to take anything else from him. That's how we're going to do that. Okay? Now, look. Hey, chill, because if you stand by him, then the interview over. Point blank, straight to the point.
More questions. Listen, I'm not taking no more questions until I meet this guy.
He's going to be in Vegas, and I wanted to invite you because it's going to be an amateur event. I got 17 amateur fights. It's right here in Real Boxing. You live in Vegas now. Can you show up? It's Saturday morning, too, but it is March 1st.
Well, let me ask you this question, Ness, because at this time in my career, the stakes is getting really high.
Yeah.
Now, in order for me to start coming out to these shows and supporting you, just like I'm doing now, we need to start getting a little bit extra kickback. Maybe to the gym. Maybe.
Ooh, he say, hey, where I'm at in my career right now, we should be getting more kickback. We should be getting financial donations to the gym where I train the youngins, where I train world champs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's where I'm at with it. To clean this up a little bit.
To the gym, B&B Boxing Academy.
What you need? I have a nice location for you, whatever you need. I mean, it's more for the kids, right? It's going to be 17 amateur fights. If they see
exactly for the kids.
So, I mean, what you need, you tell me. I'll make it happen.
I'll tell you, I'll be back in Vegas in Monday morning. Okay. So,
hey, I just felt that was absolutely the way that you handle a situation when you at the status of BOMAC not just represent his brand, but represent yourself, and basically identifying someone trying to make light of a situation that they was on social media insulting the shit out of him. Being comedians. Making jokes about him eating Cheetos and his weight. BOMAC didn't lose his mind. He calmly redirected traffic on his counter. He just told Ness, this is what it is. I'm not taking no more from him. I'll take it from you, but if you standing by his side, the interview is over. And you know what that is for BOMAC. Good luck trying to get him back, goddammit. Boy, your PR team is going to have to do some work if he will say, I'm standing by my man. No. Ness wants, he living out in Vegas now too. Ness want that, bro. He want to have that B&B status. He want that BOMAC attention, that, attendance. Of course. But, salute the BOMAC for being a professional about it. For not just going all in on it. You know what I'm saying? Salute for him and how he used tact and not just going in on the brother like some people just go all in and just lose their freaking mind. I like how he handled that. Real talk. Very, very professional. Used etiquette in a situation where a person attempted to basically hold him in a light that's not in his benefit. You know, try to hold like a joke between blurred lines. For others who know him, he said in his community. So his community know he's not a Crawford fan like that. He criticized Crawford all the time. So in his community, yeah, he was taking a jab at BOMAC, Two-Tone was. And it happens a lot on here. But you talking about grown man shit on how you handle situations like that on the panel live. And you're gonna ask about a Cheeto? That's not. I mean, see, look, this is one thing that a certain person said. When they was somewhat asking for advice. They told me, hey, think I should ask the hard questions because nobody asked the hard questions. Yeah, they do. Go ahead and be out here in this vigilante out here in the media business. I've been there, done that. I was never a vigilante, but I was just holding a conversation when I did interviews. But go ahead and be a vigilante out here in these boxing media streets and want to ask all the hard questions and shit and thinking that's going to build up, you know, your status quo or build up someone wanting to speak to you in person. That is the dumbest way. I could see if you was working for a network. If you was working for ESPN, CNN, PBS, TBS, I mean, some huge ass network where that's what you do. And you have to ask the tough questions. Cool, you're getting paid to do that. People are gonna come back to there regardless because of the reach that of the company that you're working for. But when you're doing this shit independently and you feel that you want to go out here and ask these questions that's disrespectful, hey, you're gonna get that type of energy from BOMAC. And I thought BOMAC, a person that you rarely, the energy that he had after Crawford Spence win, after Crawford beat Spence, when he was saying I eat knowledge. Yeah, that's the caveat to that when people was up here trying to make fun of him eating Cheetos. He said, I eat knowledge. Certain people feel they want to ask the hard questions to go viral for one moment, and then they lose transactions, future transactions with these very important figures in boxing. Because they want to ask the tough questions and put somebody on the spot and go viral and put clips out there. Yeah, I did that. But what about a continuing relationship when he has youngins in the stable? Now he has Keyshawn in the stable. Now you might miss out on Keyshawn. I mean, come on, they pretty much loyal over there in that motherfucker B&B. So at the end of the day, you want to fuck with the head honcho, see how that's gonna trickle down. It's not a good look. That's all I'm saying. You got young fighters. You know what I'm saying? This viral shit is out of control. I'm glad it's on its way out the window. Yeah, it was trending for a minute, but that shit is on its way out the window. Boxers are more short-tempered, low tolerance to motherfuckers just trying to highlight them in a negative light. They're very unwilling to return a second time to say shame on them. You know what I'm saying? Shame on me if I give you another opportunity knowing you don't fuck with me to put me under the bus like that. And that's why I salute how BOMAC handled that. He handled it, bro. He said, why would you ask me some dumb shit like that? Come on, it was stupid. It was stupid, real talk. Don Vaughn, what's good? I can't play the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know Ness. I got his number and all that. But you can check it out on the Boxing Voice. You know where the Boxing Voice at. I cannot play, the whole. I just can't do it. BOMAC for chopping down that clown. I've never been a fan of Two-Tone, the whole goofy. Well, people have their perspective. I don't know the brother like that. I just know. With the seasons of social media, you have certain people who like or fight at one time, don't like them the next, and this and that, go back and forth, and the backstabbing and shit, and then people falling out doing videos on. Just my perfect example of this D Block situation and him who he is. You know what I'm saying? The more he's not gonna get no video after video. I don't care what how he come back, because it's a difference between going after people for clout, just so they can mention your name. You can put it. No, man, nobody have time for that. But what I'm saying is for real. It's nothing fake. There's nothing fake about it. Yeah. He wanted a freaking reaction, done. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. He wanted a reaction. If you're having issues where you're overweight yourself, why would you try to take a subliminal shot at somebody that's on the panel of a platform? And that's, you know, he was in the trenches building up that TBV. He was in the trenches with that shit. He was out there back in the day. And he said he closed the deal with a millionaire and all that. From what I understand, he's living well now. That's his vehicle. That is his media vehicle right there. Whatever gear he shifts, he make the calls. Ain't nobody else making the calls over there. So when you want to say that was an iconic video of you eating Cheetos, man, come on, bro. BOMAC got down catch and shoot with that motherfucker. He caught and shot back with a counter with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to throw a punch at you, and I'm not even in your direction. It's not even going to be towards your direction. I'm going to punch you a different way. I'm just going to basically, you know, tell you, you're on timeout. I'm not addressing you. No, pretty much BOMAC said you're not recognized anymore. You're not recognized. Okay? Let me talk to the face of the channel, Ness. If you're rocking with this, the interview over. If that we can go on, I can answer your questions, and then we'll talk. Because I don't know your mans. I have to meet him. Yeah. Classy. Very classy, BOMAC. Very, very classy, bro. Very classy. But we'll be back on a little later with some boxing talk, of course. You know what I'm saying? If you make bets with people, pay your bets. And don't try to go around trying to dog them out, you know, making up lies and shit. Because it's people out there that's willing to tell you. Hey, it's people out there willing to tell you, hey, man, this is so-and-so's told. This is so-and-so did. You know, he didn't pay a bet, period. Shout out to the house chat and the MF and game, man. Y'all hold it down. Appreciate your support, as always.